Hello, my name is Laura Burkhart, and welcome to the San Francisco Bay Club. I'm here with Stephanie and with Daryl, and we are going to give you a fun-filled, invigorating flow class. If you have a little bit tighter hips, tighter hamstrings, make sure you have a block or two, and we'll also show you a few different modifications for some of the poses. Okay? So make your way into a simple cross-legged position. You're going to bring your hands to your thighs. Close your eyes. Just allow your sit bones to sink down to your mat or whatever you're sitting on. As your sit bones sink down, lift up through the waist. Reach the crown of the head up toward the ceiling. And then just allow your shoulders to relax away from your ears. You're going to soften your forehead. Allow your jaw to relax. And then keeping your eyes closed, take your left hand to your heart and take your right hand to your lower belly, below the belly button. Take a deep inhalation all the way down to the lower belly, expanding the front, the back, the sides of the waist. Hold your breath here. Open up your mouth and exhale. Again, deep inhale. Hold your breath. Open up the mouth and exhale. Again, deep inhalation. Hold your breath. Keep your mouth closed. Exhale from your chest all the way down to the lower belly. Begin to open up the eyes. When you inhale, take your arms up toward the ceiling. Allow your shoulders to relax away from your ears. Exhale, bring your fingertips back down to the side. Same thing. Inhale, take the arms up, shoulders relax away from your ears. Exhale, fingertips come back down to the side. Same thing. Inhale, arms reach overhead. Start when you exhale, turn toward your right knee and take the left hand to the outside of the right knee. Right fingertips are going to come back behind you. Inhale, lift your spine up tall. And then exhale, rotate your torso a touch deeper and take your gaze over your right shoulder. Each inhalation, spine lifts up a touch taller. Each exhalation, spine is going to rotate just a touch deeper. Inhale, take both arms back up toward the ceiling. Opposite side, exhale, take the right hand to the outside of the left knee. Left fingertips come back behind you. Inhale, lift your spine up tall. And then exhale, rotate the torso. Gaze goes over your left shoulder. Each inhale, spine lifts up a touch taller. Each exhale, spine rotates just a touch deeper. Inhale, take both arms back up toward the ceiling. Exhale, bring your arms to your side. You're going to come out onto the hands and the knees, just bringing your knees underneath your hips, taking your wrists underneath shoulders. Starting with your sit bones. When you inhale, lift the sit bones up toward the ceiling. Lift your chest up, lift your head up. Exhale, tuck your tailbone, hug your ribs in, release your head, release your neck. Inhale, sit bones lift. Lift the chest up, lift the head up. Exhale, tuck your tailbone, hugging your ribs in, relax the head and the neck. Inhale, everything curls up, cow. Exhale, hug the ribs in, pressing into cat. Make your way into a neutral spine. Toes are going to tuck under. Pelvis is going to lift up. It's pressing back into downward facing dog. So you're going to pedal out the legs here, touch here in down dog. Just go ahead and bend one knee. You're going to bend the opposite knee and just go ahead and press through one heel. You're going to press through the opposite heel. And press both heels down to the mat. Spread your fingers wide. So inhale, rock forward to plank, bringing your shoulders over your wrists. Exhale, hips move back, downward facing dog. Same thing, inhale, rock forward, shoulders come over your wrists. Exhale, guide your hips back, downward facing dog. Inhale, rock forward to plank position. Then exhale, lower your knees and your chest down to the mat. Hug the elbows in. Inhale, lift into cobra pose, keeping the back of your neck long. Exhale, bring your chest back down onto the mat. Inhale, come to the knees, tuck your toes under. Then exhale, pelvis lifts up, pressing back, downward facing dog. Inhale, right leg lifts up toward the ceiling. Exhale, right knee bends, open up your right hip. Inhale here, lengthen through both sides of your waist. When you exhale, drop your right knee down toward the left knee, making big circles with the right knee. Inhale, take your right knee to the right, back up toward the ceiling. Exhale, right knee drops down toward the left knee. Inhale, open up your right hip. Exhale, right knee drops back down. Last time. Inhale, open up the right hip. Reach through the arms. When you exhale, curl your right knee in toward your nose. Shoulders come over the wrist. Rotate the right shin so it's parallel at the top of the mat. And take your right ankle on top of the left knee. Press your right knee back toward the back wall. So it's like you're sitting in a chair, also doing down dog. Reach for the arms. Lift the pelvis up high. Straighten your left leg, three-legged dog. Take the right leg back up toward the ceiling. Right leg lifts. And then step your right foot to the outside of your right hand up toward the top of the mat. You're going to turn your right toes to the right, roll to the outside of your left foot, and then reach the right arm up and overhead. So opening up the right side of the body, and reach the right fingertips overhead so your right bicep goes over your right ear. And keep the pelvis lifting up. And the back foot can be like side plank pose. So you can roll to the outside of the left foot. Whee! And just lift the pelvis up. Whee! Okay. Beautiful. Keep everything as is. Just bring your right hand down to the inside of the right foot. Come onto the ball of the left foot and take your right foot more at a 45-degree angle. Start to walk your hands up toward the left-hand corner of your mat. Reach for the right fingers. Pull your right hip back. Press back with your left heel and get as much distance and length as you can from the right hip all the way up toward the right fingertips, just opening up the right side of your body. Walk your hands back to center. Bring your left knee down to the mat. Reach the right leg back toward the wall behind you. Press the ball of the right foot into the mat. Curl your left knee in toward your nose. Three-legged dog. Inhale, take the left leg, lift it up toward the ceiling. Exhale, left knee bends. Open up the left hip. So inhale here, spine lengthens. Exhale, drop the left knee down toward the right knee. Making big circles. Inhale, left leg goes out to the left, up toward the ceiling. Exhale, left knee drops down toward the right knee. Inhale, open up the left hip. Exhale, left knee drops down. And then inhale, open up the left hip. Reach with the arms. This time you exhale, curl the left knee in toward your nose. Shoulders come over the wrist. Rotate the left shin so it's parallel at the top of the mat. Bend your right knee. Left ankle goes on top of the right knee. Reach with the arms. Spread the fingers wide and really reach your sit bones back toward the wall behind you. Straighten the right leg. Left leg lifts up toward the ceiling. Step your left foot to the outside of your left hand up toward the top of the mat. Turn your left toes to the left. Roll to the outside of the right foot. Lift the pelvis up and reach the left arm up and overhead. So opening up the left side of the body from the left hip all the way up toward your left fingertips. Bring your left hand down to the mat. Turn the left foot so it's at a 45-degree angle. Come onto the ball of the right foot, and then just go and walk your hands up toward the right-hand corner of the mat. Reach for the left fingers. Guide your left hip crease back toward the wall behind you. Press back with the right heel. Create length from the right hip to the right fingertips, opening up the right side of the body. Just keep reaching for the right arm. You might feel it more in your hip. Might feel more in your right lower back, your right armpit. Hands are going to walk back to center. Bring your right shin down onto the mat. Right knee stays down, left leg reaches back toward the back wall. Press the ball of the left foot into the mat. Curl your right knee in toward your nose. Spine is going to round. Step into plank position. Lean forward onto the tiptoes. Lower chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog or cobra, either one. Exhale, move your hips back. Downward facing dog. Excellent. Inhale, knees bent. Look forward. Exhale, walk or jump your way to the top of the mat. Inhale, lengthen through your waist. Then exhale, forward fold. Inhale, come all the way up. Take the arms toward the ceiling. Exhale, bring your hands to prayer at the heart. Bring your arms to the sides, rotate the palms. Inhale, arms reach up toward the ceiling. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, lengthen through the waist. Then exhale, step your right foot back. Bring your right knee down onto the mat. Low lunge. Inhale, take the arms up toward the ceiling. Exhale, hands to the mat. Step back. Downward facing dog. Inhale, rock forward plank. Exhale, lower chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog or cobra pose. Exhale, hips move back. Down dog. Inhale, right leg lifts, left heel presses down. Exhale, right foot steps forward, left knee comes down to the mat. Low lunge. Inhale, arms reach up toward the ceiling. Exhale, hands to the mat. Take the left foot, step it forward to meet the right foot. Inhale, lengthen through your spine. Then exhale, forward fold. Inhale, come all the way up. Take the arms up toward the ceiling. Exhale, forward fold again. Inhale, lengthen through the waist. Exhale, left foot back, left knee comes down to the mat. Low lunge. Inhale, arms reach overhead. Exhale, hands to the mat, step back, downward facing dog. Hang out here. Inhale, rock forward to plank. Exhale, lower chaturanga. Inhale, cobra, lift the chest, upward facing dog. Exhale, hips move back, downward facing dog. Inhale, left leg lifts, right heel presses down. Exhale, left foot forward, right knee comes down to the mat. Low lunge. Inhale, take the arms up toward the ceiling. Exhale, hands to the mat. Take the right foot, step it forward to meet the left foot at the top of the mat. Inhale, lengthen through your waist. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, come all the way up. Take your arms up toward the ceiling. Exhale, forward fold again. Inhale, lengthen through your spine. Exhale, either down dog or step or hop back, chaturanga dandasana. Inhale, upward facing dog or cobra pose. Exhale, hips move back, downward facing dog. Inhale, rock forward plank. Just take your left hand a little half inch forward, half inch to the center of the mat, coming towards side plank pose on the left side. So roll into your left hand, into the left foot. You can stack the feet, right foot on top of the left. If you want to use your right foot as a ledge, you can step it forward or back, using it as a ledge. Just lift the pelvis up, keeping your feet flexed if you're stacking your feet. Make your way back to center. Same good time on the opposite side. So right hand can move forward, might move a little toward the center of the mat. You're going to roll to the outside of the right foot. Same good time, opposite side. If you're stacking the feet, you just flex the left foot on top of the right, just like you're standing in Tadasana. Just pressing the right hand down, pelvis is lifting up. Make your way back to center. Lower all the way down onto your stomach. Interlace the fingers at your lower back. Legs are going to hug in. Inhale, lift your chest up, lift your thighs up. Keep the back of your neck long. Upper arms are lifting up away from your back. And that's a little much, keeping your fingers interlaced. You can also reach your fingertips back toward the wall behind you. Legs are hugging in. Eyes are soft. Release all the way down. Fingertips are going to come in line with your chest. Hug your elbows in. Coming into cobra pose, inhale, lift the chest up or make your way into up dog right where you're at. Exhale, guide your hips back. Downward facing dog. Excellent. From dog pose, inhale, knees bend. Look forward. Exhale, walk or jump your way to the top of the mat. Inhale, lengthen through your waist. Exhale, forward fold, relaxing your head and your neck. Inhale, come all the way up. Take your arms up toward the ceiling. When you exhale, bring your hands to prayer at the heart. Feet are going to be hip distance apart. Inhale, bend the knees. Reach the arms overhead. Take your arms out in front of you and take the right elbow on top of the left, creating eagle arms. You might also catch a hold of opposite shoulder if you have tighter shoulders. Elbows are in the same plane as the shoulders, forearms press forward. Stay there. Take your left big toe to the outside of your right foot. Or you can wrap the left foot around the right calf muscle. You can also just keep both feet flat onto the mat. Great. Stay upright or curl the elbows in toward your belly button, rounding your spine, separating the shoulder blades away from one another. Shoulders are relaxing away from your ears. And bring your forearms back to center. Take the arms, reach them overhead. Curl the left knee in toward the chest. Arms reach up toward the ceiling. Step your left foot back. Warrior one pose on the right side. Virabhadrasana 1. Exhale, open it up. Virabhadrasana 2, taking the arms out to a T position. Inhale, reverse it, slide your left hand down the left leg. Open up the right side of your body. Exhale, bring both hands down to either side of the right foot. Three-legged dog. Inhale, right leg reaches back up toward the ceiling. Exhale, right knee curls in toward your nose, rounding your spine. Bring the shoulders over your wrists. Inhale, take the right leg, lift it back up. Exhale, curl the right knee in toward your nose, round your spine. Again, inhale, take the right leg, reach it up toward the ceiling. Exhale, curl the right knee in toward the nose. Pause here, plant the hands, pull the lower belly in and up. Inhale, three-legged dog, take the right leg, lift it back up. Exhale, right foot steps forward, back foot grounds. Warrior 1. Inhale, take the arms overhead. Exhale, interlace the fingers at your lower back. Inhale, lift the chest up high. Exhale, forward fold to the inside of your right thigh, pressing your upper arms forward. Keep your left thigh firm. Keep your left thigh charged. And just relax your head. Relax your neck. Just keeping your breath smooth. Allow your breath to be deep. And take the arms, reach them back overhead, back to Virabhadrasana 1. Again, open up, Virabhadrasana 2. Reverse it, slide the left hand down the left leg. Pausing here, lift up out of both sides of the waist, really reaching through the right fingertips, keeping your eyes soft, keeping the breath smooth and deep, keeping your left thigh firm, opening up the right side of the body. Exhale, bring both hands down to either side of the front foot. Either go to down dog or step into plank, lower chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog or cobra pose. Exhale, guide your hips back, down dog. Inhale, knees bend, take your gaze forward. Exhale, walk or jump your way to the top of the mat. Inhale, lengthen through your spine. Then exhale, forward fold. Feet are going to be hip distance apart. Inhale, bend the knees, drop the sit bones, chair pose, Utkatasana. Take the arms out in front of you. Take the left elbow on top of the right. Intertwine the forearms. Sit bones sink down. Elbows stay in the same plane as the shoulders. Forearms press forward. Stay here. Take your right big toe to the outside of the left foot. You might wrap the right foot around the left calf muscle. You can also just hold on to opposite shoulder. Great. Just keep the elbows lifting up, and you might round your spine. Pull your lower belly in and up. Allow the shoulders to reach away from one another. Eyes stay soft, just keeping your breath smooth, allowing your breath to be deep. Come back to center, arms reach overhead, curl the right knee in toward your chest. Step the right foot back, Virabhadrasana 1 on the left side. Exhale, open it up, warrior 2 pose, arms to a T. Reverse it. Slide the right hand down the right leg. Open up the left side of your body. Exhale. Bring both hands to either side of the left foot. three-legged dog. Inhale, left leg reaches up toward the ceiling. Exhale, curl the left knee in toward your nose. Round your spine. Inhale, take the left leg up. Press through the right heel. Exhale, curl the left knee in toward your nose. Round your spine. Same thing. Inhale, take the left leg, reach it back up. Exhale, curl the left knee in toward your nose. Pause here, rounding the spine. Bring your nose toward your left knee. Inhale, three-legged dog. Left leg lifts up. Exhale, left foot steps forward, back foot's gonna ground. Warrior one, inhale, take the arms overhead. Exhale, interlace your fingers at the lower back. So inhale, lift the chest up. Exhale, forward fold, coming toward a humble warrior. Upper arms reach forward. Firm the right thigh and keep the left hip hugging in. And if you have a little bit tighter hips, or not tighter hips, if you have a little bit tighter shoulders, you might take a belt or a towel between the hands. Hold it shoulder distance apart to help get your upper arms a little further up and overhead. And then just allow your head, allow your neck to relax toward your left inner ankle. Right outer thigh is reaching back. Right heel is pressing into the mat. Left heel is pressing into the mat. And take the arms, reach them back overhead, back to warrior one pose. Open up, Virabhadrasana 2. Reverse it, slide the right hand down the right leg. Just keep your right thigh firm. Keep lifting up out of both sides of the waist, keeping your left knee over your left ankle, keeping the eyes soft. Wonderful. Bring both hands down to either side of the left foot, either down dog or step into plank, lower chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog or cobra pose. Exhale, hips move back, downward facing dog. Wonderful. From dog pose, inhale, knees bend, look forward. Exhale, walk or jump your way to the top of the mat. Inhale, spine lengthens. Exhale, forward fold. Step your feet in. Inhale, bend your knees, drop the sit bones, chair pose, Utkatasana. Take the arms forward, sink the sit bones down, and then drop the sit bones all the way down onto the mat, coming toward boat pose, Navasana. Catch a hold of the backs of your thighs. Knees might stay bent a little. Well, you can keep your knees bent. You can keep holding onto the backs of the thighs. You can reach the fingertips forward with the knees bent. Try to find a tiny back bend. You might straighten the legs, reaching through the heels. Eyes are going to be soft. Bring your feet down and take your hands behind you. Press your hands and your feet down onto the mat. Lift the pelvis up, reverse tabletop. Roll the shoulders away from your ears. Bring your pelvis back down. Same thing, pull your thighs in toward the chest. Staying here is great. Fingertips may reach forward. You might extend through the legs. Lower halfway down. Bring your back to the mat. Take your legs up toward the ceiling and slide your hands underneath the pelvis. Palms are going to face down. Hug your forearms in toward one another. And then when you inhale, you're going to lower, hover your legs over the mat. Legs are going to hover down. Then exhale, lift your legs up. Lift the pelvis away from the hands. Inhale, lower, hover the legs. If it's too much, just lower halfway down. Exhale, lift up. Inhale, lower, hover. Exhale, lift. Again, inhale, lower, hover. Exhale, lift back up. Inhale, lower, hover. Exhale, lift. Inhale, lower, hover. Pause here or look at your feet. Lift your chest up. And you might start to make tiny little pulses with your legs. Just tiny little pulses. You can check out your toes, check out your pedicure or lack thereof, and just look at those toes, make tiny little pulses. Both your old nails look great. Excellent. And take the legs up toward the ceiling. Reach your fingers up toward the feet. Lift your chest up toward your thighs. Bend your knees. Catch a hold of the backs of your thighs. Start rocking forward and back. Come all the way back into bow pose, balancing on your sit bones. Lift your pelvis up. Stay there. You may reach your fingertips forward. You might extend through the legs. Feet come down. Take the hands back behind you. Reverse tabletop. Lift the pelvis up. Roll the shoulders away from the ears. Either relax the head and the neck or take your gaze toward the knees if it bothers your neck. Sink your sit bones back down to the mat. Pull the thighs in toward the chest. Back to boat pose. Lift up. The eyes are soft. Bring the feet back down. Take the hands back behind you. Reverse tabletop. Lift the chest up. Bring your pelvis back down. Cross your shins. Roll forward, coming into plank position. Top of a push-up. Lower chaturanga dandasana. Inhale, upward facing dog or cobra pose. Exhale, guide your hips back. Downward facing dog. Inhale, right leg reaches up toward the ceiling. Exhale, curl the right knee in toward your nose, rounding your spine. Shoulders come over the wrist. Inhale, take the right leg, lift it back up. Exhale, tuck the right knee under toward your left upper arm. Inhale, take the right leg, reach it back up toward the ceiling. Exhale, right knee is going to go to the right upper arm. Pause here. Staying here is great. You might bend the elbows, create chaturanga arms. You might extend your right leg out to the right. You might lift your left foot up away from the mat. Sometimes it's a little easier to lift the left foot up first before extending through the right leg. Otherwise, just hold here, squeeze. Inhale, three-legged dog. Take the right leg, lift it up toward the ceiling. Keep your right leg lifted up. Rock forward to plank position, top of a push-up. Bend the right knee, pointing the right heel up toward the ceiling. Roll to the outside of your left foot, coming toward wild thing. Just reach the right arm overhead, opening up the right side of your body. Bring your right hand down, three-legged dog. Take the right leg up toward the ceiling, three-legged dog. Step the right foot forward between the hands, warrior two pose. Windmill the arms up, coming into Virabhadrasana 2. Reverse it, slide the left hand down the left leg, open up the right side of the body. Just pausing here, creating length, opening up the obliques, opening up part of the abdominal wall, just doing a little counter action from some of the ab work that we just did, and preparing us for our future fun-filled activities coming up. Take your right forearm to your right thigh. Let's take the left arm, reach it up toward the ceiling. Let's take the left arm, reach it overhead. So you can even, rotate the left palm if you can slightly back toward the wall behind you. So the right forearm down, left palm is facing slightly back, and then just gently roll the lower belly, roll the chest up toward the ceiling. Keep everything locked in there without collapsing your chest. You might take your right fingertips to a block or to the floor to the outside of your right ankle. And if the right hand comes down, really press your right arm and your right leg together. Use that as leverage to roll your lower belly and your chest even more so up toward the ceiling. Make your way back into warrior two. Take the arms out to a T. Reverse it, slide the left hand down the left leg. Open up the right side of your body. Exhale, bring both hands down to either side of the right foot. Bring your left shin down onto the mat. Just come into a half split, not a full split, just half split and forward fold over the right leg. So relax your head, relax your neck over your right shin. So allowing your forehead to relax. Hands can be on blocks. Hands may be on the mat, just whatever you need to do in order to keep your right leg straight. Rebend your right knee, and then heel toe the right foot over to the right side of the mat. Bring both hands to the inside of your right foot. Walk your hands forward toward the top of the mat. You might bring your forearms down to blocks. Your forearms may come down onto the mat. Reach your chest forward. Reach the crown of the head and chest forward. Stay here. You might straighten the left leg if you like. You might tuck your left toes under and press back with your left heel. If you like, you can also bend your left knee and catch a hold of your left foot with your right hand. In order to do that, it's a little bit easier if you come up on a higher height, like using a block or just keeping your left arm straight. You can also take your left forearm down to the floor. It's another option, totally fine. Just whatever you're gonna do to hold on to that back foot. Left heel is going to pull in toward your left sit bone. Left shin is going to press back. Reach the left side of the waist forward. If both hands or both forearms are down, reach both sides of the waist forward. Find a tiny back bend in the upper back. Release the left foot if you're holding on to it. Just walk your hands back to center. Keep your left knee down. Reach the right leg back toward the wall behind you. Stay there. You may reach the left arm forward. You might bend the right knee. Catch a hold of your right foot with your left hand. Lift the right thigh up. Press the right shin back. Reach the heart and the chest forward. Release the right foot. Both hands come down. Press the ball of the right foot into the mat. Curl your left knee in toward your nose. Round your spine. Inhale, take the left leg, lift it up toward the ceiling. Exhale, tuck the left knee under toward your right upper arm. Inhale, take the left leg, lift it back up. Exhale, left knee's going to go to your left upper arm. Staying here is great, or bend the elbows. Create chaturanga arms, or you might lift the right toes up. You might extend through the left leg. Inhale, three-legged dog. Left leg reaches up toward the ceiling. Left leg stays lifted. Rock forward to plank. Left knee bends, roll to the outside of the right foot. And take the left arm up and overhead, opening up the left side of the body. Bring your left hand down, three-legged dog. Take the left leg, reach it up toward the ceiling. Exhale, step the left foot forward, back foot grounds. Windmill the arms up, Virabhadrasana 2. Reverse it, slide the right hand down the right leg, reversing the warrior, just keeping your left knee deeply bent, really opening up the left side of the body, creating nice link from the left hip all the way up toward your left fingertips. Right thigh stays firm, right thigh is charged. Ground the right heel. Let's keep reaching the outside of the right leg back toward the back wall. Bring your left forearm to your left thigh. Take the right arm, reach it up. Right palm's going to face forward, and then take the right arm overhead and slightly turn it back toward the wall behind you. Gently roll the lower belly and the chest up toward the ceiling and create as much length from your right outer ankle all the way up toward the right fingertips. Pause here. Take your left hand to the outside of your left ankle onto a block or to the floor. Right thigh stays firm. The left hand is down. Really press your left leg and your left arm in toward one another. Use that as leverage to really roll the lower belly and the chest even more so up toward the ceiling. Make your way back to Warrior 2. Arms reach out to a T. Reverse it again. Slide the right hand down the right leg. Open up the left side of the body. Exhale, both hands come to either side of the left foot. Drop your right shin down onto the mat. Make your way toward a half split. Forward folding over your left leg. Just bringing your forehead a little closer toward the left shin, keeping your left hip crease moving back. Right hip point is moving forward. Hands can be on blocks. Hands can be on the floor. Just whatever you're going to do to keep your left leg, your left hamstring opening up without hyperextending. Rebend your left knee. Heel toe the left foot over to the left side of the mat, bringing both hands to the inside of your left foot. You might walk your hands forward. You might bring both forearms down to blocks or to the floor. Or you might bend your right knee, catch a hold of your right foot with your left hand. Lengthen both sides of the waist no matter what you do. Find a tiny back bend no matter what you do. If you're holding onto the back foot, guide your right heel toward your right sit bone. Right shin is going to press back. You're holding on to the back foot. Release it. Walk your hands back to center. Keep your right knee to the mat. Reach the left leg back toward the wall behind you. And then stay there. You may reach the right fingertips forward. You may bend the left knee. Catch a hold of your left foot with your right hand. Lift the left thigh up and press your chest forward. Release the left foot. Bring both hands down. Press the ball of the left foot into the mat. Curl the right knee in toward your chest. Three-legged dog. Right leg lifts up toward the ceiling. Exhale. Step your right foot forward between the hands. Ground the back foot. Windmill the arms up. Coming into warrior two pose. Start to straighten your right leg and turn all 10 toes away from one another, coming toward goddess pose. Bend your knees deeply. All 10 toes are pointing slightly away from one another. Arms are going to reach forward. Make your way back to eagle arms, taking the right elbow on top of the left. You may catch a hold of opposite shoulder. Sink your sit bones down and then curl your elbows in toward your belly button, rounding your spine, pressing your knees back. Allow your shoulder blades to press away from one another and just get to know your groins a little bit on a more intimate level. Opening that space up, you're also getting to know your quads here a little bit more deeply as well. Stay low. Take your elbows toward your inner thighs, toward your inner knees. Press your inner thighs back. Lengthen both sides of your waist and your chest forward. Stay low. Take your arms, reach them forward out in front of you. Stay low. Take the arms, reach them overhead up toward the ceiling. Stay low. Come toward warrior two pose on the right side. Take the arms out to a T position. Shoulders relax away from the ears. Reverse the warrior again. Slide the left hand down the left leg. Pausing here. Press your right knee back. Lift up out of both sides of the waist. Wonderful. Bring both hands down to either side of the right foot. Standing split. Take the left leg lifted up toward the ceiling. Left leg lifts up. If you have a little more wiggle room, you're going to walk your hands back a little closer toward your right foot, your right ankle. You might hold on to your right calf muscle. Great. You might have your hands on blocks. Great. Whatever you're going to do to keep your right leg straight. Just really open up that space without hyperextending your right knee. Bend your right knee. You're going to step your left foot back, ground the back foot at a 45-degree angle, and then just bend your left knee, flip the right toes up toward the ceiling, coming toward a nice little side runner's lunge here. I like to call it a little runner's lunge. Flex your right foot so your right toes reach toward your right shoulder, and you might stay there. You might bring your hands to prayer at the heart. You might expand through the arms if you like. If you want to bind, you can also bind, wrapping your left arm around your left shin, holding onto your right fingers, your right wrist, or a belt back behind you. Just keeping your right foot flexed, right toes are reaching toward your right shoulder. Bring both hands down. Shift your weight back forward toward the top of the mat. Both legs are going to be like warrior two, Virabhadrasana 2. And then you'll windmill the arms up, coming into Virabhadrasana 2. Reverse it. Slide your left hand down the left leg. Open up the right side of your body. Then exhale. Take your right forearm to your right thigh. Take the left arm up toward the ceiling. Take the left hand behind you. Catch a hold of your shirt or your right thigh. Press your right sit bone forward. Stay here or drop your right shoulder. Catch a hold of your left fingers or your left wrist, coming toward a full bind. You can stay with a half bind. You can stay with a full bind. Press your right sit bone forward. Open up the chest up toward the ceiling. Left thigh is reaching back toward the wall behind you. Stay here. If you'd like to come to Bird of Paradise, you might step the left foot forward to meet the right foot. Otherwise, you can also hang out in the bind or the half bind. And then you'll shift the weight into your left foot. You might start to lift the right toes up away from the mat. You can stay here. You might extend through the right leg. Otherwise, just keep the right knee bent. Try keeping the bind if you're in bird of paradise. Bring your right foot back down onto the mat. Step your left foot back toward the back of your mat. Press your right sit bone forward. Open up the chest up toward the ceiling. Wonderful. Bring both hands down to either side of the right foot. Bring your left knee down onto the mat. Straighten the right leg back to a half split. Or slide your right heel forward, making your way toward a full split. So either half splits, full splits, somewhere in between is great. You can have your hands on blocks in order to keep your chest lifted up. If you're coming toward full splits, hands can stay to the floor. Also, if you're in half splits, hands can be on blocks, hands can be on the floor. So keep the right hip moving back. Left hip point is moving forward. And if you're in half splits, you'll forward fold deeply. If you're in full splits, do the exact opposite. Try to lift your chest up. No matter what you're doing, right hip moves back, left hip is moving forward. If you slid the right heel out, slide it back in. And then you're going to rebend the right knee. So you're going to come toward a low lunge here. Heel toe the right foot toward the center of the mat and slide the left knee to the outside of your right foot. Take your right hand behind you and take the left arm up toward the ceiling. Wrap the left arm around the right knee or take the left elbow to the outside of your right knee. Inhale, lift your spine up tall. And then exhale, torso's going to rotate. Take your gaze over your right shoulder. Each inhalation, lift the spine up a touch taller. And with each exhale, you'll rotate your spine just a touch deeper. De-rotate, make your way back to center. Shift your weight into your left hip. Swing the right leg around to the back of the mat. Tuck your right toes under. Three-legged dog. Take the left leg. Lift it up toward the ceiling. Press through the right heel. And exhale, step your left foot forward between the hands. Ground the back foot. Coming toward warrior two pose. Windmill the arms up. Start to straighten your left leg and turn all 10 toes away from one another, coming toward goddess pose. Bend your knees deeply. Take your arms out in front of you. Take the left elbow on top of the right. Intertwine your forearms. Sink the sit bones down. Curl your elbows in toward your belly button, surrounding your spine, pressing your knees back, keeping your eyes soft. Knees are pressing back. Starting to open up again, the groins a little bit on a more intimate level. Stay low. Take your elbows to your knees or to the inner thighs there. Press them back. Lengthen both sides of your waist and your chest forward. Reach the arms forward, keeping the sit bones low. And then from there, you're going to come to warrior two pose. Take the arms out to a T position. Reverse it. Slide the right hand down the right leg. Open up the left side of the body, keeping your left knee deeply bent, lifting up out of both sides of the waist. Bring both hands down to either side of the front foot, standing split. Right toes reach up toward the ceiling. If you have a little more wiggle room, walk your hands back a little closer toward your left foot, bringing your nose and your forehead a touch closer toward the left shin. Wonderful. Step your right foot back. Ground the back foot, setting up your legs like warrior two, but keeping low. And then shift your weight back to your right foot. Flex your left foot. So you're kind of in that side lunge pose again. Hands can stay to the floor. Right arm can press into the right leg. Hands may come to prayer at the heart. You might expand through the arms or wrap your right arm around your right shin. You might catch a hold of your left fingers or your left wrist with your right hand. You can also just keep the arms expand. Hands can be up, prayer at the heart. Left foot is flexed. Left toes are reaching toward your left shoulder. Just whatever on the first side, the same good time is going to happen on the second side. Wonderful. Shift your weight back, forward to the front foot. Set your legs up back toward warrior two pose again. Windmill the arms up, warrior two. Reverse it. Right hand slides down the right leg. Open up the left side of the body. Exhale, left forearm goes to your left thigh. Reach the right arm toward the ceiling. And take the right hand behind you toward your lower back. And then stay there. You may hook onto your left thigh there. You might slide the left fingertips to the instep of the left foot. You might catch a hold of your right fingers or your right wrist, keeping both sides of the waist long. Continue to reach the outside of the right leg, right thigh back toward the back. While open up the chest. And then stay here, or if you like, make your way back into bird of paradise. If you do it on the first side, try coming into bird on the second side. You can just practice shifting your weight into the right foot. You might lift the left toes up. If you come all the way up to a stand, you can stay here with your left knee bent. Great. If you feel pretty stable, you might start to micro-inch your left leg out to the left or really start to straighten your left leg. Birdies, bring your left foot back down to the mat. Try keeping the bind. Step your right foot back toward the back of the mat. Press your left sit bone forward. Open up the chest, up toward the ceiling. Bring both hands down to either side of the left foot. Bring your right shin down onto the mat, back to a half split. Forward fold over your left leg. And then stay here, or you might slide your left heel forward, coming toward a full split. So either half splits, either full splits. Half splitters, just keep the left hip moving back, and you'll forward fold over the left leg. Full splitters, hands can be on blocks or on the floor. Find a tiny back by the upper back. Lift your chest up high. Left hip keeps moving back. Rebend your left knee. Slide the left heel, and if you slid it out, then rebend the left knee. Heel toe the left foot over toward the right side of the mat, and then slide your right knee to the outside of your left foot. You're going to take the left hand behind you. Right arm reaches up. And then take the right arm, wrap it around the left knee, or take the right elbow to the outside of your left knee. Inhale, lift the spine up tall. Exhale, rotate the torso. Each inhalation, spine lifts up a touch taller. Each exhalation, spine rotates just a touch deeper. Make your way back to center. Place both feet so they're flat onto the mat. And then you're going to reach the arms forward. And then just one vertebrae at a time. Slowly come all the way down onto your back. Once you get all the way down onto the back, heels will come toward your sit bones. Press your feet down, setting up for bridge pose. Heels of the feet press down. Lift your pelvis up. And tuck one shoulder under. You're going to tuck the opposite shoulder under. Chin's going to be away from your chest. And then hug your thighs in toward one another. All 10 toes will point forward. Upper arms and feet press deep into the mat. Chin will stay away from your chest. And Just continue to breathe. You can also come into a supported bridge pose if you want something that's a little more relaxing. Release all the way down. Separate the feet the same distance as the mat. Windshield wiper your knees from side to side. So letting go of any tension in your lower back. Bring your knees back to center. Heels will come back toward your sit bones. Either come back into bridge pose, supported bridge pose, or bring your hands to either side of your ears if you like. Hug your elbows in. Lift to the crown of the head. Hug your elbows in again. Keep the elbows hugging in as you reach for the arms, coming toward full wheel pose. Otherwise, stick with bridge. Full wheel pose. You can also come to a supported bridge pose. Try to keep your feet hip distance. So you might scooch them a little bit. And then try to keep your thighs hugging in toward one another, all 10 toes pointing forward. Release all the way down. Separate the feet the same distance as the mat. Windshield wiper your knees from side to side. So releasing any tension in your lower back. Last time, bridge pose, supported bridge pose, full wheel pose. You can also relax on your back, feet together, butterfly the knees apart. So any of those options work. Full wheel, bridge, supported bridge, butterfly. You pick whatever is going to feel best to you, your body today, this moment. That's what you'll come into. Wonderful. Release all the way down. Make your way into happy baby pose. Catch a hold of the insteps of your feet. Just gently rock from side to side. Just letting go of any tension in your lower back. Bring your knees together. Take your knees to the right. Reach your left arm out to a T position. Take your knees in relatively close. If you want to wrap your legs, you can wrap your left leg around the right. Otherwise, just stack your left knee on top of the right knee. So just whatever, the other way. I'm sorry, you wrap, your left leg around the right. You got it. You got it. Yeah, that's perfect. Perfect. And the knees are relatively close toward your chest. Bring your knees back to center. Let's change to the opposite side. Knees will go to the left if you're wrapping. Right leg wraps around the left leg. And let's take your gaze over toward your right fingertips. Wonderful. Make your way back to center. Extend both legs down the mat. You're going to reach the arms back toward the wall behind you. Just get as much length as you can from your fingertips all the way down to your tiptoes. Bring your arms to either side of the body. Palms are going to face up. Eyes are going to fall shut. Just closing your eyes, scan the body from the crown of the head all the way down to the tiptoes. You see any area with any tension. Just take your breath and your awareness into that area and allow that tension to go. Start to deepen your breath. Swiggle your fingers, wiggle your toes. Pull your knees into your chest and roll to the right side of your body, coming into a fetal position. Just press your left hand into the floor. Come to a simple cross-legged position. Just bringing your hands to your thighs, slowly coming up. Hands come to your thighs. Eyes are going to fall shut. And begin to open up the eyes. Bring your hands to prayer at the heart. Namaste. All right. Thank you. We hope to see you again soon. Have a great rest of your day.